Hey, Bears fans, lots of coaching staff news and rumors and some buzz as well to get into on today's show. But before we jump into that and break that down for you guys, help us out. Let's get to 42,000 subs on this video. A lot of you guys that watch don't subscribe. Not really sure why. It's 100% free. We will continue to keep you guys up to date with the latest Bears news and rumors every single day. Help us get to 42K. We are 68 subs away. Hit that big red button and subscribe. And with that being said, let's break down some more stuff around the coaching staff. You're watching Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. A lot of stuff starting to come in when it comes to Matt Eberflus's coaching staff, so let's go ahead and break it down right now. Adam Schefter, literally just about 7 minutes ago as I'm filming this, reports that the Bears are hiring Colts safeties coach Alan Williams as their defensive coordinator per sources, and we've kind of known this for about a week now. This is the expectation that Alan Williams would be the next head defensive coordinator of the Chicago Bears. That was rumored last week, and now it is official as the Bears hire a defensive coordinator. He's been with Eberflus in Indianapolis since 2018, coaching the safeties and those defensive backs there, and he has defensive coordinator experience in this division as well with the Minnesota Vikings back in the 2012 and the 2013 season. So he's been around the block. Him and Eberflus believe in a lot of the same concepts. You look at his NFL experience over the past 2 decades. He was a part of that Monty Kiffin Tampa 2 staff in 2001 with the Bucs. 2 stints with the Colts, coached the defensive backs for a decade before getting that defensive coordinator opportunity. Ends up going to Detroit for 4 years and then ends up back in Indianapolis under Eberflus. But the point is, he has experience in the division, he has experience under Eberflus, and he has experience of calling the plays, which that's what he's going to do, because Eberflus told us that he will not be the defensive play caller, but rather the person he hires to be the defensive coordinator will call the plays. Obviously, Eberflus will have his system in place, but Williams will call the defense. Do you like the Alan Williams hire? Type L for like, type D for dislike. Let me know down in the comments. I think it's a continuity type of hire. Eberflus trusts him. I like it. I think it's a good move overall. Now let's move to some other coaching buzz. DaBearsBlog, who, by the way, Jeff Hughes is the name of the guy who runs this account, has a website as well. He's been all over the search. Kudos to him. He said about 45 minutes ago, the Bears didn't seal it with Joe Brady. That's obviously a bummer. Someone asked him, well, where's he going? He's going to coach Josh Allen, I am told. And then we'll get to this. We'll get to this one in a moment. Yeah, we'll go to Rapoport here. Rapoport confirmed that. So again, shout out Jeff Hughes. He had this before Rap Sheet or Schefter, which he's been all over this coaching search in Chicago. But Joe Brady, not going to be the Bears quarterback's coach. Obviously a bummer. It is what it is, though. I mean, if the Bills come calling like, hey, you want to coach Josh Allen, he's probably going to take that opportunity, right? Like, it's a faster track to get back into OC and head coach circles in future years. Sure, I'm very high on the Bears and Justin Fields' potential, but we already know what Josh Allen is, so I'm not really surprised that Joe Brady opted to take that Buffalo gig instead and replace Ken Dorsey. A lot of this stuff is timing, right? Had the Bills not promoted Dorsey yesterday, maybe the Bears get Brady before Buffalo needs a quarterback's coach, but it is what it is at the end of the day. It's never plan A or bust. That's what I'll say. Take a step back, relax. These things happen. You're not always going to get the first coach you target, whether it's as head coach or quarterback's coach. This is just the process, and now you go to plan B for Chicago, and we'll hopefully find out soon who plan B ends up being, because it's important to get that guy on the same page with Luke Getsy and Justin Fields. How upset are you that the Bears didn't get Joe Brady? Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being pissed off, you're so upset, 1 being, he sucks anyway. I'm at like a 6. I mean, it sucks, but it's like, again, like this is a business. He's going to coach Josh Allen. Can't really blame the guy. And I expect Eberflus, Getsy, and this staff, Ryan Poles, to have other guys that they are interested in. Let me know. Scale it from 1 to 10. Now, the Super Bowl is less than 2 weeks away, and if you want to go bet on that, plus a bunch of props around the big game as well. Those are always fun. Who's going to win the coin toss? What color is the Gatorade shower going to be? Chatsports.com/Bears. BetUS is the place to go. Go to our link and then use our promo promo code BEARDOWN. It's all one word, bear down, to get 125% deposit bonus. Rams are now 4.5-point favorites, by the way. It was at 4. It's moved up a half point. So some money has come in on their side. Over-under between the two teams set at 48.5. I really like the over in this game. Like, you're telling me Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford are going to play in a defensive slugfest? I don't see it. Like the over in this one. Chatsports.com/Bears. Promo code BEARDOWN. Check out all the props. It is fantastic. Also from Jeff Hughes, DaBearsBlog. Again, he's been all over this. Said he had a 20-minute text conversation this morning with someone who knows Luke Getsy well. Bears fans have reason to be very excited. Look, you missed on Joe Brady, but I'm still excited, fired up about this offense's potential. You have a young, talented quarterback. You have a coach that's going to be involved in all three phases of the game, and someone who really believes in Luke Getsy. And the more you hear about this guy, he's going to come in and design an offense around Justin Fields. And that's kind of what Matt Eberflus was talking about the other day as well. I really like this quote from him about Justin Fields. Building the offense around him and his strengths. What does that look like? I don't know right now. We have to look at him. We have to evaluate him. We have to see where his skill set is. And then his camera, aka film. How does he see the game? How does he fast does he process? How fast does he do things? And how can we stretch him as we go, aka add more onto his plate? I like this honesty from Eberflus. Like, hey, we need to learn more about him, figure out what his strengths are. That's something Matt Nagy never did. Matt Nagy was very much, this is my system, you got to fit in it. That's not what good coaches do. Not in today's NFL. You play to your personnel strengths, at least, for the most part. Obviously, you're going to have your concepts that you believe in, but I fully expect this new offense to play to Justin Fields' strengths. What are those? Play action, vertical passing, mobility, some other things that I'm sure the Bears will identify as well that you and I may not even know at this point in Fields' development. So I'm excited about it. I'm fired up. I think this offense has a chance to at least be much better this year. How about top 20, right? Like, this team has a top 20 offense. I think they can make the playoffs because I think the defense will still be good. Will it be a top 20 offense? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Just take a stab at it for me. What do you think? Will this be a top 20 unit? Okay, Jim Harbaugh to the Vikings. Not official, but there is a report out there that he is expected to be named the Vikings' next head coach. He's having his second interview probably as we speak. It was supposed to start at 8 o'clock this morning, I believe. And obviously I've been getting a lot of DMs. Oh, did the Bears screw this up? Not only are they not going to get Harbaugh, they didn't even interview him, and now the Vikings are going to get him. Well, there's been a report out there that Harbaugh wants $100 million, which, again, that's not my money. Like, if I had endless cash, like, sure, like, I would heavily consider that. But George McCaskey and ownership, they decided they were not going to do that. I do believe a conversation happened between Harbaugh and the Bears, even though it wasn't a formal interview. But I think that that was just a price they weren't going to budge on. Not necessarily the per year, which would probably be $10 million, 10 years, $100 million, the Gruden deal, but the fact that Jim Harbaugh doesn't stay places more than 4 or 5 years more often than not. You look at his career, he's been at Michigan the past 7 seasons, but before that, San Diego, 3 years, Stanford, 4 years, 49ers, 4 years. Like, the guy is a great coach, but he kind of outwears his welcome, and eventually he moves on. Again, I would have loved Jim Harbaugh. I'm saying all this not from a standpoint of they should have, I'm not saying they shouldn't have looked into him more. I'm just saying I can't understand why ownership didn't want to commit $100 million to him. Because if he stayed in one place for 10 years, that would be completely different than anything he has ever done before. Should the Bears have hired him? Simple question. Type H for hire. Yes, they should have. Type P for no. Pass on him, which is what they did. You think that was the right move? Let me know what you guys think. Be honest with me. I'm okay either way. I think at the end of the day, I like what the Bears, where the Bears sit, and we'll have to see what happens. All right, subscribe to the channel because we will continue to have you guys up to date with everything surrounding this football team. More coaching staff hires to come. Free agency rumors. Draft buzz. I got a mock draft going out on the channel tomorrow, barring a breaking news situation, so stay tuned for that. YouTube.com/Bears Now. This is the place to go. And remember, we're closing in on 42,000 subs. Help a brother out. Hit that big red button.